in. Let me make sure I've got it on. Alright, there we go. I think we got ourselves live now. I think we do. I hope we do. Alright, there we go. What is going on National Wrestling Shooters viewers? Cody here. Shooting from the hip as always, and it is time for the Raw Rebound before the episode of Impact that is going to be on the National Wrestling Shooters. This Raw was from Manchester, England, in the UK, so obviously it was going to be pre-taped beforehand, so spoilers were already known about, but that's quite alright. I still ended up watching it. I'm going to give you guys an analysis on it. So we opened up Monday Night Raw with Baron Corbin, talking about Survivor Series, talking about, what's it called? The events of Crown Jewel. Stephanie McMahon will be on Raw next week, to address Shane McMahon about his Best of the World victory. Corbin says he will team captain the Raw male team, and Alexa Bliss will captain the Raw women's team, although neither one of them are competing, which is pretty dumb if I do say so myself. But Bliss announces that tonight there will be a Evolution rematch with Banks, Natalya, and Bayley versus the Riot Squad. We'll get to that in a little bit. Bliss says that she is, quote, watching the women's matches very closely, but Bliss is a heel. So we already know it's going to be probably Mickie James, Alicia Fox, and the Riot Squad. Probably. Then we get Kurt Angle coming down and says he wants to face Baron Corbin. Winner gets to captain the team Raw, and Corbin accepts for later on tonight, but we know that later on it won't be that. Segment ends with Braun Strowman chases Baron Corbin away, and there's a big brawl that ensues to try to prevent Braun Strowman or help Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman gets through, and yeah, we get through with that. We get a little interview beforehand with Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Natalya. Natalya says that the sunglasses, she's wearing them because tonight is about the Anvil, Jim the Anvil Neidhart's. Kind of weird that it wasn't made clear that she was doing that for Evolution, in my view. I mean, it's all fine and well. We get the Evolution rematch, Bayley, Banks, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. This match goes on for a little bit. Seems to be going down good, but then Natalya locks Sarah Logan in the sharpshooter, and then Ruby Riott breaks the glasses, and the match just ends. I mean, the UK crowd put it best. They're counting to 10. I believe the Riot Squad would have lost right here. Yeah, Riot Squad would have lost, but no, glasses break, and it's a no contest, which is weird. It's basically cheap heat, you know. It's cheap heat, right? Breaking the sunglasses and all that, you know. I wasn't a fan of it. Not because all of it's a disgrace, but because cheap heat, it doesn't work for me. But, yeah, match has no contest, and it's weird. Braun Strowman chases around trying to look for Baron Corbin backstage, and he kicks down the bathroom stall, and a guy comes out of it running scared. Oh, God. That was funny. Then we get Jinder Mahal versus Apollo Crews. We get confirmation that Apollo Crews has indeed left Titus Worldwide. We get a match here, Apollo Crews, Jinder Mahal, and Apollo Crews actually picks up the victory after the Gorilla Press standing moonsault. Apollo Crews picking up the victory. Seems like WWE's slowly beginning to use him a bit better, other than his former Titus Worldwide shtick, which went on for far too long. Wonder what Titus O'Neil's going to be doing Maybe Seth Rollins makes his way to the ring, with Miz-like levels of gold. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at 2010. I should probably put on the match here. Let me make sure everything's all good to go beforehand. As I continue, we'll go on. Head. Blech. One sec. You get Seth Rollins coming out with Miz levels of gold. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at the Miz whenever he held the tag belts and the US belt, whenever the tag titles were 2 belts instead of 1. Look at that and you'll know what I'm talking about. You have Rollins coming out talking about Dean Ambrose, and it ends with Baron Corbin. Rollins talks about it's impossible for him to defend the belts by himself. But Corbin says, I disagree. You could have a matchup right now to determine the Raw Tag Team Champions, and out comes AOP. They come out, and we have a handicap match for the Raw Tag titles. Seth Rollins vs AOP. Basic handicap match. Rollins tries to fight back, but at the end, AOP become the Raw Tag Team Champions. And Wrestling News Source, you got it wrong here. You said the new Raw Tag Team Champion Seth Rollins. But it was AOP that won the Raw Tag Team titles. It was the right call to make, because obviously Ambrose and Rollins are not going to be Tag Team Champions with, all the shtick that's going on. And speaking of Dean Ambrose, Ambrose makes his way out. Dean says, you want to know why he did what he did? Drops the mic, dirty deeds, and just leaves. Crusoe interviews Baron Corbin. He says he's not afraid of Braun, but he doesn't want to get destroyed by him. Braun breaks through the storage Corbin is in and passes through security. Usual beating up stick. Ziggler comes out afterwards. He's upset about the whole best in the world thing. Elias comes out, starts to mock him, and then Ziggler's like, hey, come to the ring. And Elias is like, say no more. They have a good little match, which ends with Elias picking up the win after drift away. Angle was interviewed. He says Angle was going to cap. After that, Kurt Angle is interviewed. Says that he's going to be the Raw captain. Then Ronda Rousey comes out. I didn't really pay attention to this promo. She talks about Becky wanting to rip her arm off. And Ronda says, don't take her respect for weakness. She's actually a fan of Becky Lynch's new attitude, but it's gonna take a lot more than that to be Ronda. And Becky may be the man, but Ronda says she's the baddest bitch on the planet. Ronda's about to leave. The Nia Jax comes out and reminds her that Ronda's fighting for Raw. And then we get Ember Moon versus Nia Jax, which ends with Nia Jax lands her with a smoke drop. Afterwards, Tamina comes out and puts her in a boss grab, but then Nia Jax elbow drops her, and Tamina and Nia are apparently a team. So maybe Nia, Tamina, and the Riot Squad, now that I think about it. But Nia Jax wins either way. Balor's interviewed about Lashley, calls him the most powerful man he's ever been in the ring with, and he says he's going to go out there in Manchester tonight, and that they are a part of our Balor Club. Corbin is interviewed, he's about to leave, and he says he's not going to be competing against Kurt Angle, but Angle will face Drew McIntyre. Braun tries to chase him, but Corbin drives away. We're thinking it for the third week in a row, I believe. Balor and Lashley again. This time, Bobby Lashley picks up the win. Nothing too special there. Same match we've had for a while. And then we get to our main event, McIntyre and Angle. McIntyre ends up beating Kurt Angle with the ankle lock, which was pretty damn cool to see. Clean tap out win. Angle's not going to be the captain. Raw ends. Overall, this Raw from Manchester, UK, or Manchester, England, I should say, was not bad. Not really bad. It just didn't do a whole lot for me. The Apollo Crews thing seems to hopefully be going into places. The Riot thing just didn't serve me, that cheap heat, and then the match just abruptly end because of sunglasses breaking. I think that was kind of crap. It was very much crap. The handicap match, I was glad they got the tag belts off of Rollins and Ambrose, or just Rollins himself, because, we need the tag titles to be defended, instead of held on one person. Sorry, Seth. Elias Ziggler was good, Elias seems to be going places as a babyface. The Iron Mike type thing was good. The Nia Ember Moon thing was just, nah. And then Nia Tamina are an alliance. That seems too easy to book, in my view. Lashley Balor didn't care, because we'd seen that twice already. Overall, Raw, for the most part, didn't really do it, to be honest. But that is going to do it. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And before I do the outro, I'm going to look and see if there's any comments in the comments. Quick. Alright, there's no comments. But thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I remember we are a group of National Wrestling shooters who love the other professional wrestling, but we're not afraid to shoot straight from the hip. For now, guys, I must bid you all adieu. Goodbye. And good night.